Hey, in this video of Optimize with me for March 1st, 2023, I will take you under the hood of what we do in SellerMetrics to grow and optimize our clients' Amazon advertising account. So if you are a new or an experienced Amazon seller, we hope this video can give you some takeaways and some of the best practices in terms of managing your Amazon advertising. I'm Rick Wong, an Amazon seller and also the founder of SellerMetrics, an Amazon marketing agency. And if you're interested in content such as this, where we do a deep dive on anything Amazon related, that includes Amazon FBA news, tips, and hacks, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so the client that we're currently going to be working on in this video, they're currently selling in Amazon US marketplace. Their main objective for them is to grow their brand. So we can see like the ACoS is relatively high. Our goal this week is to start optimizing it down and also to protect some of their branded traffic. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to look into their period over period metrics. We're going to monitor the metrics for some of the campaigns and all the way down to their search term level. We are going to do the trifecta Amazon PPC optimization. I call it the trifecta Amazon PPC optimization because these are the bare minimum Amazon optimization that an agency should do for their client, at least on a monthly basis. So that would include bid ops, search term harvesting, and negating keywords. Then we're going to set up a Dayparting for our client. Number 4, we're going to set up a single keyword campaign. So that would help us rank for certain keywords for this client. Then we are going to optimize the campaign bidding and also the placement strategy. So let's get right into it. So what we are going to optimize with is basically this particular software right here, SellerMetrics. We have a dedicated software. You can see like for this client, the ACoS is really high. So this is by design. So I think last month we kind of want to do like a ranking campaign. And you can see like the ranking campaign. So this product is a bit seasonal. So you can see like the organic sales really increase during this time. So this is a very good news. So ranking campaign did work a bit, although it's a high ACoS, but now we need to really work on optimizing it down. So the first thing we'll do is we're gonna look at some metrics. So let's look into the metrics, the analytics. So we could see the last 30 days. It seems like the sponsor brand video campaign is not doing so well. We're gonna probably spend some time on that. So same with the sponsor. So these campaign, the sponsor display campaign, we just started using them. I don't think they done that well. So I think what we can do is like really optimize it and minimize the ad spend on these campaigns. And then we're going to look into like maybe upbidding our defend campaign. It seems like we are not attributing too many clicks on this. So I think maybe we're not bid competitive. Okay, so first things first, we are just going to go to period over period reporting. So this would tell me on a month-over-month basis how the campaigns are performing. So what I would like to do here is like I would see what is attributing lower orders. So I can see like these 3 campaigns are doing really poorly in terms of orders. So the auto and also the sponsor brand video and also the keyword. So we gotta probably look more into those ones. And then let's look into the keywords and product and look at what's targeting on a target level, which target is performed more poorly. Let's sort this by ascending the order, the delta order. So the delta order means that it's basically the difference between current orders, right, which is this date range, and previous order, which is this date range right here. Okay, so it seems like this auto campaign is really doing so very poorly, and this product targeting one right here is also doing really poorly. So why is that? Same thing with this, the SBV. Is it because the bidding? It could be for this one. Okay, something that we definitely need to like look into further for these particular keywords and targets. Okay, now let's get into the trifecta Amazon PPC optimization. That includes bid ops, search term harvest, and negate keywords. So let's start with bid ops. Let's make sure that we are lowering the bids for anything that is not doing very well for us. So I would change the look back period to like the last 60 days. And then I would look at anything clicks that are greater and equals to 8. And then that produced like almost like 0 sales, not almost, equals to 0 sales for me. And I would bid these down very aggressively, right? And I would basically change the bid based on cost per click. So when you make a bid adjustment, my personal recommendation is to use the cost per click here as your reference point. In this case, anything that is 8 clicks and 0 sales, I'm going to bid it all the way down to the min bid. So that would be 20 cents for me. And you can see like some of them is like capped at 25 cents because those are sponsored brand video targets. Yeah, there we go. And now we are going for now anything that has like really high ACoS. So anything that has like really high ACoS would be means that greater than 100%, and then anything that is greater than 0 orders. Here, what I like to do is that I would bid things down based on cost per click, decrease from the cost per click right here to 60%. So 60% less from the cost per click, because if you want to get an ACoS lower, the number that you need to like lower is basically cost per click. So your bid needs to be much lower the cost per click to lower the ACoS down. So very important to make a bid based on your cost per click, not based on say bid. So the next thing we'll do is looking for anything that is ACoS less than 100, because we kind of used like greater than 100 before, and then greater than. So our range is going to be greater than equals to 60. And then here we are going to bid it down from the cost per click 30%. There we go. Now our next range is anything that is greater than equals to 45, and then ACoS less than 60. We're going to bid it down 20%, decrease it from cost per click 20%. Okay, there we go. So our target ACoS for this product would be like around 40%. So I think for anything that is around 40%, like maybe like, you know, around like 35 to 45%, those more or less you can keep it as the current cost per click. So 35 less than ACoS less than 40%. So let's just change it to the actual cost per click number right here. So just make sure that, you know, we are not overbidding or underbidding for these particular targets that are achieving our target ACoS. Okay, so now let's look for situations that we could potentially be underbidding or particular keywords or targets. So if ACoS is like less than say 30%, a lot less than our target ACoS, but our bid is less than cost per click, that's a situation that we really want to upbid potentially. Okay, there's this one right here. You see like a bid is much lower. It's lower than our cost per click, but our ACoS is like pretty low. And we want to make sure that we are, you know, making a very competitive bid for this. So we want to increase from cost per click 20%. So that is to make sure that we are not underbidding for keywords that are, you know, attributing like good performance for us. So this is the bid ops. So the next thing is a search term harvest. So the search term harvest, so there's two ways to do it on SellerMetrics. Set up certain like search term rules on each campaigns, or you could do it manually, right? So if we do it manually, we're going to go to search term here. So what I like to do is that I like to search for anything that is greater than 8 clicks, right? A certain number of significance, like statistical significance, or 8 clicks for me, and that has at least 2 orders, right? Those are the ones that I like to basically add to harvest and add to my manual campaign. So this is what I'll do. So again, I'll do like a 60 days look back period. Orders greater than equal to 2, right? And apply. Okay, so you can see these ones right here. A baby monitor mount, a baby monitor shelf. So okay, let's just remove the ones that are match type that are not exact. So we could just like select these ones. There we go. Okay, so I see some certain good candidates here. A baby monitor mount. I'm actually thinking about having this as a single keyword campaign instead. I'm purposely not going to add this into like my current manual campaign because I'm going to create a campaign by itself. So this is a very good candidate. I'm going to harvest this and put this into my PAT campaign. So how I'm going to do this is going to add keywords and add product target, right? So where I'm going to put it in my PAT campaign for baby monitor mounts. ASIN. So what bid should I use? So I like to use like around the cost per click, but I can give it a bit more of a competitive bid. Another thing that we could do, we could also add an ASIN expand target as well. So the ASIN expand target, we're gonna put like 40 cents, and then we are going to add it. There we go. So we're gonna add that into or PAT campaign. And then corner camera mounts, this looks really relevant. So we are going to put it into our keyword campaign. So we're going to put it into both our video, our sponsored brand video keyword, and also the sponsored product campaign as well. So you select the ad group you want to add these targets to. We're going to add all three because for me, my structure is that I put all keywords together into the same ad group. So it's like 90 cents. So I'm going to put like 90 cents for the exact. I'm going to put and then 70 cents for broad. So my rule of thumb is that if I want to add a new target, the exact match, I would use the cost per click exactly for that particular search term, and then I would just incrementally like lower it by 10% around for sponsored, for phrase, and also broad matches. Okay, so I'm not going to go through every one of these, so I think you kind of get what I'm doing here. So basically anything that is performing well for me, you can see like the top three performing pretty decent for me, up to all the way to like this one. Actually, yeah, this one's actually doing really well. So we are going to continue to harvest this and put it into our manual campaigns and basically scale it up from there. Okay, so the next part of the trifecta optimize, so we went through the two of the parts, so bid ops and also the search term harvest. So the last part of trifecta, which I deem is probably the most important part of the trifecta optimization. So if you decide not to do anything for Amazon PPC, if you choose to do that one thing, right, that would be to negate search terms, or people also call it keywords as well. So you are going to look for instances, right, where you're making like maybe like 8 or more clicks and orders is equals to 0. So we're going to look for search terms that are really, really poor performing, and you are going to negate them. So you can see like here, these ones, that's strange. Baby monitor mount is also not doing quite well. So it seems like doing really well on the sponsored product campaign, but doing really poorly on the sponsored brand campaign. Okay, so I wonder why is that. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to negate this for now, but it seems that the net wall mount. So let's just see what this is. I think it's probably because like this search term is not really relevant type of mount. So yeah, I don't think so. So basically this is a particular mount specific for a camera that is not compatible to my product. I would negate this. Some of the ones that is not that good. Corner baby monitor shelf. Yeah, I guess I'll just negate that. Baby accessories, I think it's too broad, so I'm going to negate that as well. So you can also add it into like the other keyword campaign. So I'm going to add it to, yeah, these ones right here. Okay, so I have to go through all of them. So some of them seems like kind of relevant, but it just didn't do that well. So yeah, I'm gonna take that time like deciding what to do on them. So the great thing about not having everything totally automated, like using like AI software, is that at least you can subjectively look over a certain search term and make some determination whether it's relevant or not. I mean, it's like sometimes it's like the borderline relevant ones that normally can give you a lot of impressions, a lot of potential sales, even though the ACOS is high. So you gotta make some decisions around that in that regard. Okay, now we are going to set up Dayparting for my clients. So if you actually look into our dashboard, our software is connected to the SP API, so you can see like the sales. So these, so the sales here, basically what we have is the sales order concentration chart that shows at what portion of the time the product for this account is making the most sales. So it seems to be from 8 a.m. all the way to like 7 p.m. PST time. So we are going to set up that Dayparting for it. Okay, so to set up the Dayparting, you're going to go to like automated settings in our accounts, and then you can see like here the sales concentration chart, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. PST. So this is what we're going to set up. So 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. PST, and then we are going to enable the campaigns, apply this on a daily basis, right, and create. That is our Dayparting, and our Dayparting basically overwrites what if you want it enabled, and you want it enabled in the actual console itself, it just overrides that. That's what it's saying. So that's done with Dayparting, and now we're going to set up a single keyword campaign for a client. So we are going to go to analytics, search term. Okay, so we're going to look into orders of which produced the most orders for us at like a reasonable ACOS. So I think that would be this one right here. And we're going to create a single keyword campaign. So what we're going to do with the single keyword campaign is first we're going to create a single keyword campaign on the exact match only. And then we are going to negate this in the source campaign, right? So what we're going to do is going to create a completely new campaign. You can create a completely new campaign and then make sure to negate this in the source campaign. So here we go. So we are going to call it baby monitor mount single keyword. So with SellerMetrics, we have a very simple function in terms of creating a single keyword. Basically, on the actual metric screen, you could actually select that action and create a single keyword campaign. So I'm going to call it, single campaign baby monitor mount. So yeah, this is it. So I'm going to create an account here, and the product that I'm creating for is here, right? It's the budget, so I'm going to say like $10. I'm going to do like a fixed bid, and maybe I'm going to do like a search, top of search of like say 30%. And then the bid I'm going to make for this, I'm going to make a pretty competitive bid, and I'm going to put like maybe $1.60. I need to like change this to keyword. So we are going to use enter list. Okay, let's give it a very competitive bid, $6.60. And then let's optimize it. So let's just say 45.8. So that's just set up the actual bid automation. And then know how I told about like you create a keyword campaign, negate it from source. Basically, you could actually do so right here and then add. There you go. This is our single keyword campaign created. Okay, so lastly, we are going to optimize for campaign bidding and placement strategy. So right now, SellerMetrics, we do have a way to like optimize that. So let's look into our placement information here. So I need to do this for all the campaigns, but I'll just like give you an example for one campaign only. So for the placement and also the bid settings, you can only do this for sponsored products only. So these are the ones that we are going to go for. And I think let's just go look into this one right here. Okay, so you can see like the top of search does better than the rest. So how do you actually do the placement percentage? So right now, SellerMetrics have no ways to automate this. So basically, this needs to be calculated manually. So basically, it would be your best conversion rate divided by your worst conversion rate, take away 1. And that is basically your adjustment for your best performing placement. So that would be, in this case, 20.93 divided by 11.11, take away 1. So 80%. So you should be adjusting for top of the search up to 80%. So you need to adjust this to 80%. That seems a little high. Maybe I would like to just maybe like bump that down to around like 60%. But normally this is a formula of how you adjust the placement and also what bid strategy. So the bid strategy, what you want to do is probably use fixed in this particular situation because you're actually bidding up quite high. If you actually do like up-down strategy, then you'll basically can really have a multiplier on your bids that will make it like really high and make your cost per click spike up. So let's change this particular settings to fixed, and then make sure our top of search is 80%. So let's do it fixed, and then top of search 88. So let's do 60. I'm not going to do 88. That seems a bit high. So we would just see how it goes and then incrementally go up from there. There you go. That setting is done. Okay, so that's it. That is our full optimization for one of my clients' accounts. Again, I only show you bits and pieces. I didn't do a full optimization because normally I would take like hours on a client account. It doesn't make sense for me to like make such a long video. But anyways, I hope that you've taken away a lot of the optimization techniques that we use for a lot of our large accounts. And to end this off, I just really hope that you enjoy this video, that you see our capabilities and what we can do with a lot of our clients. A lot of this stuff here is not rocket science. It's just making sure that we have systems in place and to actually monitor a lot of metrics, and also being able to do the actual work itself, right? Because Amazon PPC, it's a lot of nitty-gritty work that needs to be done. and a lot of Amazon PPC agencies don't have the tools to do it. But SellerMetrics, we make sure that everything's streamlined. We support our users 100% in terms of the hardest operational duties that we need to perform to make sure that the ad spend is being spent in the most efficient way as possible. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're an Amazon seller and want to grow your business with us, schedule a discovery call with me in the link below. Until the next video drop, happy selling.